The Dumas Demons made the trip to Bushland tonight after their thrilling victory last week, while the Falcons, they look to get back on track at home.
And for our squads in District 5A Division 1, it is district season. The Tascosa Rebels opened up on the road at Coronado. We have those highlights and much, much more ahead on The Locker Room.
The Locker Room on Fox 14.
Welcome into the locker room. Clint Brakefield joined by Corin Davis and Max Preston for week 5 of the high school football season.
And we enter district play for some of our area schools, including our 5A Division 1 squads.
Yep.
Yeah, for the Tascosa Rebels, they opened up District 2 5A Division 1 in Lubbock against Lubbock Coronado Christian. Clint, how did our T-Rebs do? So I'm saying Christian. I'm just saying all the names here today. Okay, Clint, how'd they do?
We're going to find out.
All right.
On the road at Lubbock at Lowry Field. The first drive of the game, Rebels ball. Tendrick Sargent runs it in 7-0 Tascosa. Time for Coronado. Stevenson on the carry, but does he make it in? The refs tell him it's good, and we're tied at 7. Not all the action on the ground. How about this? Colton Fulton throwing. What was the over-under on passing touchdowns for Colton Fulton tonight? He finds David Gordon, and that puts 7 more on the board for the Rebels. Back and forth affair. Coronado passing. J.J. Villalobos, he finds his tight end, tied at 14. Tascosa wins it in a big way. That was a big second half. That was also Coronado's homecoming. Spoiled by Tascosa, 65-28.
All right, let's come back in town. Abilene High and Caprock. We're going to start Abilene's second drive of the night. Braden Henry finds John Rangel. Nice catch in the back of the end zone. Eagles lead it 7-0. Next up, Tristan Bell for the Eagles. Scrambles before throwing the ball. A little bit of a fake there.
Oh,
Throws it
that
up
one.
and gets it to Jaden Jackson. That was quite the play, quite the stretch there. First down, Abilene. Beal fakes the handoff, gets to the end zone. Abilene 14-0. We'll end with this one. Final minute of the first quarter. Henry back in at QB, and from around the 30-yard line, throws to Jackson, who takes it to the house on the deep pass. Abilene goes on to win this one 42-7.
All right, now let's hit the last night's game. Amarillo High open district play against Monterey. I was there, and let's just say the Sandys made quick work of the first drive. Jet Lopez doing what he does best. He finds Tate Blackwell wide open in the end zone. 7-0 Amarillo High. Monterey responds though. Jonah Reed connects with Davion Taylor up the middle, which later sets up Monterey in the drive to hand it off to Juice Moore, who somersaults into the end zone. A gymnastics movie. It wasn't a 10 out of 10 move, but he did help them get 7 points on the board to tie it up. Jude Donovan, we've seen him do this all season long. Works through traffic, breaks free. Amarillo High up 14-7 to lead the first, to end the first quarter. So we go to the second, where Monterey is in perfect scoring position. But Reed Cavalier, coach's kid, intercepts it. Amarillo High comes out on top 37-21.
Perryton on the road at Pampa. Police escort on the field. How about that? How about Gordo Estrada, someone I've been saying all season long, one of the best wide receivers in the Panhandle, showing off there.
Staying in bounds.
Staying in bounds for the touchdown. Cooper Schilling hits him. Not over yet for Cooper. Schilling hands the ball off to Ariano, and he's in for the touchdown. How about Max Neff?
Nice name.
Running back for the Pampa Harvesters,
Nice
one of the
too.
best running backs in the area. In for the touchdown. Jaron Hill, he's going to drop back, heaving the ball deep. He's going to find Jose Alonso with a defender wrapped all over him. Still pulls it in for the touchdown. But the second half, Perryton took over. Cooper Schilling into the end zone. How about this? Perryton scored on all 5 second half possessions, 45-39. Perryton's offense comes alive.
All right, how about this one? Got a little bit of connection to Piedra Vista here at home, or here in Canyon, taking on Canyon. I had some family in New Mexico over there, but they're going to start off pretty nice. A nice drive past the wide receiver, short pass there, 7-0 Piedra Vista. But here comes Canyon. Brock's Hacker throwing down the middle. A very nice catch there. They've got the first down. And then Hacker calls his own number, untouched in the end zone, ties it up just like that, 7-7. Now in the second, Canyon moving again. Hacker hits Baylor Schilling. He makes a nice catch for another Eagle first down. And then again, it's Hacker keeping it himself, dodging defenders on his way to the end zone, 14-7. Canyon of cruising in this one, 49-13. They win the ball.
Yeah, a little bit of a slow start, but they certainly got it together once the second quarter started.
Now let's check out the only other CISD team playing this week. Randall versus Estacado in Lubbock. This game took place last night on a 4th and 1 handoff to Cedric Ross. He uses his leg fights for the first down, but the Raiders defense was just too good. Next, Matador drive Ross with the handoff again, but it's punched out by Brecken Ireland. A massive stop by Randall. It's recovered near the 30-yard line. No luck there, just pure talent. Randall trying to put some points on the board. Kason Benton, you know, he's good at it. He tries for the first down, but does get cut off by Malachi Pratt. This was a defensive battle. Raiders go for it on 4th and 1. A little Mad Hatter move. I like it. The attempt, but no good. Matadors with the stop in the red zone. An uncharacteristic loss for the Raiders. They fall 14-7 against Estacado.
Yeah, and as you mentioned, West Plains on a bye this week. They'll travel to Argyle next week to face off with Jason Witten's Liberty Christian squad, a team y'all got to see them, both got to see them play
we sure did.
last year.
That'll be fun for sure. Meanwhile, Randall, Canyon, Pampa, and Dumas all have byes next week before district play begins.
Speaking of Dumas, a marquee matchup that happened on the outskirts of town against Bushland. We will take a look at that game and many more. So keep it here on the Locker Room.
Another game you got to see.
I did. I saw it tonight, like 2 hours ago. It was a good one.
Welcome back to the Locker Room. Now, the Bushland Falcons fell to West Plains last week, and it was pretty one-sided.
Yeah, tonight they were back in action as they played host to Dumas as they looked to pick themselves back up off the canvas.
But Dumas is no easy team to do that against, coming in with a 3-1 record and looking tonight to walk away 4-1.
That's right.
Against Bushland on the road. First quarter, it was a very busy first quarter, all right? Colton Mills, you know, he is the single season passing leader at Dumas, but he used his feet tonight, scrambled, broke ankles, broke free, striding all the way to the end zone. A missed PAT would give Dumas the 6-0 lead here, but now the defense is doing some work. Tate Dunham, coach's kid, takes it back for a pick 6, and Dumas goes up 13-0 early there in Bushland, but the Falcons fire back. Cannon Avon uses his cannon to connect with Dinner King, and watch out, he's juking everybody left and right. That kind of looked like a basketball move. Speedster, it's a track meet. Nobody in sight all the way into the end zone, 13-7 Dumas. We go to the second quarter, though. Colton Mills this time uses his arm to connect with Blake Robinson, who stumbles into the end zone. Can somebody play Amarillo Sky by Jason Aldean? How about the scene
Nice
there?
Sky. It is
Pretty
nice.
scene.
I love it.
And it was a good scene for Dumas, who won 37-14 tonight.
Also the right color for them.
Yes.
Another 4A squad in action. Borger Bulldogs travel to Dalhart tonight, and they get the win 45-0. And Dalhart gets the win. You see what I'm saying. Let me see the win 42-7.
Let's go back to the field. Clint, Corn, you like roller coasters, bumpy rides, wild rides?
Depends on the ride.
All right, well, let's check it out here.
You set it up, it better deliver.
Dimmitt was up 28-14. Here's Josh Marler for the Hornets. He takes it in. It's 28-22 after a 2-point conversion to the fourth quarter. Same score. Handoff to Morgan Peace here. They're trying to take the lead. This touchdown right here ties it up. They go for another 2. It's 30-28. Less than 2 minutes, though, to go. Fourth down for Dimmitt. Caden Carpio hits Frankie Cortez over the middle. Clutch first down. Big play as well. Now fourth down again. Carpio back to pass. He's got Cortez again, and he reaches for the pylon. That's a touchdown.
How about that?
They take the lead with about 30 seconds left in the game, and Dimmitt's on top tonight, 34-30 after the clutch drive. And what a game it was. It was fun to watch.
Yeah, you know it's a good game when you only play fourth quarter highlights. That's when you know. All right, let's take a look at our...
There's a third quarter one in there.
Yeah, there you go. Okay. Class 3A scoreboard here. Canadian destroys Sunray 69-20. Abernathy comes out on top against Friona 34-21. City View cruises past Childress 52-27. West Texas High tops River Road 50-6.
Our next matchup takes us to 2A, where we have two of our what I call blue blood programs here in the Texas Panhandle facing off tonight.
Yeah, the Panhandle Panthers have been rolling, and honestly, that's a bit of an understatement. 3-1 on the season, and those 3 wins, they've outscored their opponents 209-19.
Yep.
Can we talk about that? Show them some love. Show them some love.
Now tonight, they faced off with the Skyrockets in Wellington, who are a perfect 4-0 on the season. This is tonight's locker room game of the week. Let's get down to it. How about it? Let's see if the Panthers are going to get things going. Landon Andrews, check it out. He's going to flip the Wellington running back over, force a fumble there, and the Panthers are going to take over. Broxton Robinson takes the snap and runs the option, pitches it to Lucas Purcell, and he makes a big play down the sideline to get the Panthers rolling. We're going to say this name a lot. Robinson takes the QB draw, runs up the middle. He's bulldozing dudes. Again, fullback with a big arm. And you'll see that big arm here in a second.
Big dog.
14-0. Broxton Robinson can do it all, like I said. But here's another run. Bulldozes into the end zone. It's 14-0. How about the arm now? We want to see the arm. He's going to toss it up. Caden Arms, nice play over the middle, gets over to the sideline. That's a first down for the Panthers. Broxton not done yet, as he seems to find this lane here and takes it down the sideline. Another big gain for the Panthers. He was running all over the Panhandle. No pun intended there. Rick, thank you for that pun. Thank you for that joke. And he scores right here. This one was pretty much all Panhandle. It was all Panhandle. They win 41-0. More 2A scores for you. Sanford Fritch hosted Wheeler. Wheeler wins this one 42-0. Spearman wins 68-14 over Shamrock.
Yeah, Olton, they get the shutout win over Vega 38-0. And Farwell, one of the biggest wins of the season for our area so far this season. Number 2 post in the state. They get Pyam 25-24.
Y'all heard that, right? Number 2.
Stratford gets a 40-20 win over Lubbock Trinity. And Bovina, shout out again to Rick. Bovina gets the win, 24-8 with the Kobe score there. Groover hosted Guyman. Groover wins 61-6. Clarendon went on the road to Lockney. Lockney wins 30-16.
Now, it wouldn't be a football game if we didn't have our cheerleaders, so let's take a look at our cheer squad of the week. None other than the Panhandle Panthers cheer squad. We just saw Panhandle win. Well, these were the ladies that were cheering them on the sidelines for a victory over Wellington tonight.
The 5th week of our 5A through 2A action is now over, which is crazy, but we still have more.
Unreal. Yes, we do. We check in with our 6-man teams next.
We also have scores from New Mexico and Oklahoma area schools. So do us a favor, keep it right here on the locker room.
It is now time to turn our attention to 6-man.
And like Max likes to say, time for some basketball scores, but let's see the form. The basketball form. Come on. Oh, we're following through with the scores.
Look all right?
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, like you said, these games are fast-paced and high-scoring. I got to make my way over to Claude tonight. The Mustangs hosting San Jacinto for homecoming. A strong start for the Patriots. This is Jackson McKnight. Completes the short pass to Kyson Swick. Plenty of room on the sideline. He gone 6-0 Patriots.
See ya.
He gone. But Claude responds very quick. Trapper Godfrey, what a name there, gets the toss. He goes untouched down the sideline for the score. It's a 6-6 ball game. Claude's going to keep pouring it on. They get the ball back quick. It's Godfrey again on the toss. He's in on the short touchdown rush, 14-6 Claude. The Mustangs force a safety and get the ball again. Thomas Slack this time emerges out of the defense. Green grass ahead. It's not turf, I promise you. It's green grass tonight. He scores the long touchdown. Claude ends up cruising on homecoming 54-6. And some more six-man scores. White Deer played host to Silverton. White Deer wins 58-12. Here's some basketball for you. Wildorado 71-69 over Groom. And then Nazareth went on the road to O'Donnell. Nazareth wins 70-48. McLean hosted Miami. Miami wins 66-39. Crest played host to LaForce. Crest wins 57-12. Headley and Chillicothe 73-34 in favor of Chillicothe.
And now Happy traveled to Spring Lake Earth, where Spring Lake Earth made Happy very sad, defeating them 56-6, while Amherst fell to Follett 79-50. You're right, these are basketball scores. Woo-wee. Motley County defeats Booker 60-38, and Lubbock Kingdom Prep claims the throne over Boys Ranch, winning 42-40.
In New Mexico, Portales gets a win over Valencia 51-14, and Carlsbad 41-28 over Clovis. Texaco played host to West Las Vegas. Texaco, on last check anyways, up 34-14. I don't know if that one is final or not.
Yeah. Finally, in Oklahoma, Texhoma facing Southwest Covenant. Texhoma wins 34-7. All right. We get to see this play again, guys.
Yeah.
It's play of the week.
It can never be played too much.
No, it can never be played, especially
As soon
this
as you
one.
saw it.
Oh, okay. Well, there we go. All righty.
We got West Plains in there. So, sorry, it is supposed to be Caden Carpio back pass. Frankie Cortez, they score the winning touchdown for
There it is.
Dennett tonight.
There it is.
Here we go. Yes. Boom.
We
There we
added
go.
another
All right.
one in there.
I already narrated it a little bit. Let's try it again. We'll see it in slow-mo. Carpio to Cortez on a huge
Yeah, the
play.
player of the week,
Yeah,
as
there we
you
go.
just saw. Reed Make and Kane White Tinsley were our players of the week this past week after their big performance against Bushland. Now, to see that full story, you can go to our website. That's myhighplains.com. Maya Clark put that one together for us. Scores and highlights are in the books, but as we say, we're not finished yet.
Absolutely not. When we come back, we'll be joined by Cale Steed of Press Pass Sports.
To tell us what we
Learn tonight.
keep it here on the room.
A game that we weren't at tonight, but one that will kind of send shockwaves a little bit through the state, especially people that are looking at these ranked teams. Number 2 Post goes to Farwell.
Man.
And Farwell comes out with a win.
Congrats to Derek Shelton, the new first-year head coach there. His first
Yes.
job, he was at Mount Pleasant with our boy Jason Sims for a bit. How about the Farwell Steers, man? I don't think a lot of us had that pick tonight, man. We'll
Yep.
have to choke that one up. But that's a big win for Farwell. That could go a long way. Post, the Bold Gold, very good. State quarterfinals last year.
Yep.
Congratulations to Derek Shelton and the Farwell Steers.
And some of our big schools, just a couple of other
Sure.
notes here. They did start district play, one of our only districts
Right.
in district action. Tascosa goes on the road. They handle business.
Yeah.
Emerald High did so at home.
Yeah, Tascosa was ugly in the first half. I would hate to hear what Ken Plunk said at halftime, but they blow out
Yep.
Coronado. Emerald High had some unsung heroes Thursday night in the win over Monterey. Tate Blackwell, huge game, 139 yards receiving, so that was good to see. And then 2-5A Division II turned out
Yes, I was
10
going to say yes.
tonight. Plainview knocks off Cooper. Abilene Cooper knocks off Memorial. So PD's sitting home going, oh my goodness, what's going to happen next?
Yeah, that means PD's right in the mix.
They
with
are,
everybody.
man. Yeah, no doubt
the
about it.
top teams being eliminated or knocked off in the first
Sure,
week
yeah.
opens that district up. Kel Steed of Press Pass Sports, we appreciate you joining us each and every week. Check out their work at presspassports.news, and you can see more from us. We will chat longer and at length, and you can check that out on their YouTube page as well. Thank you guys for joining us, and have a good night.